Ooh.
Ooh, there it goes.
Excuse me. All right. I feel like that's what this is going to do to me.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, so once again, we're going to do your little tappy. Because
Tappy.
you guys like that sound, apparently.
I mean, you know, I do like the sound of nails tapping on anything, frankly.
No, I do too, actually. I love tapping my nails.
Yeah, me too.
All
Especially
right.
when I'm trying to be bitchy.
And then apparently you guys love the sound of the can. You lose your shit over it.
I don't know, to me, it's just a normal can.
All right.
Oh, the smell.
Oh, God. Ooh, that's a lot of that's just like sugar.
Let me see how much sugar is in here. Well, it says 0 sugars.
Just because there's a bunch of other shit in it.
I know. It does smell very sweet, though. It's got 180 milligrams of sodium.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, ready?
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Hey witches, blessed total lunar eclipse full moon in Pisces, and welcome to another episode of Spelling the Heka-tea with Marcus and Evanne. I'm Marcus, horror author, activist, witch, and of course, always a defiant homosexual.
And I am Evanne. I am a fiction editor. Don't come at me with your autobiographies.
Never.
I am also a legal assistant, a witch, and a lipstick lesbian.
If you are new here, welcome. Blessed be to you.
Blessed be.
If you are a returning champion, welcome back. As always, you guys are superstars. As always, if you like what you see, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and help us to continue to build our beautiful, baneful, and blessed coven right here in our corner of the circle.
Where we are 2 homos, 1 cauldron, usually. But today, we are 1 cup of grapes. But it is still a spellbinding good time.
Absolutely. Now just a little more refreshing because it's hot.
It is hot.
Really hot. And grapes cool, you know. They're the cotton candy grapes. So, you know, genetically modified. I'm not gonna lie, but they're delicious.
They really are. I had never tried these grapes before.
Oh yeah. I thought that she had because I've been eating them for a long time now.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no.
Like,
and then we were in the grocery store, so I was like, well, we're in the produce aisle, so do what everyone does for time and memoriam and fucking pour yourself a grape. So she tasted it, and of course, blew her fucking mind because cotton candy grapes are fucking crazy, and now we're enjoying them.
Exactly. We get to feel like we're eating cotton candy, but without the sugar.
Exactly.
Except for the natural sugar that's there.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
So, things look a little different.
They do indeed.
We're closer to you. Hello. And also, our background, everything, we have our Stay Spooky sign, and we're just closer.
More intimate.
More intimate. We're taking cues from other commentators, other people on YouTube that we follow,
and
both in the witchcraft community and not. But seeing like what worked and how we could really make it as dynamic as possible. And my birthday happened.
Yes.
And as a result, I just ended up getting some gifts that like kind of really worked, including the sign.
Yeah.
To just kind of reconsider, like kind of retweak our setup. It was not like a planned
no, not at all.
thing. Just literally, I looked around at my gifts and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do with these? And I was like, oh, well, what if I use them in the show? And then I was like, how can we make that all look cool?
Exactly.
So
I think it really came out beautifully. I love it.
Yeah, I think the whole thing, just we like being closer. As you can see, we're closer to you.
Yes.
And there's still Sam right there.
See if you can clip our nose hairs for us, you know.
Also, you probably noticed that we're going on a lunar cycle. It is now September 7th, the total lunar eclipse, which we will get more into about eclipse magic and lunar eclipse magic, etc. in SpellCraft. But yeah, we did the Lammas episode, which was not a there wasn't like Delicious Witch and everything like that. But those are still kind of a lot to the Sabbath ones, even if it's pared down. And then, of course, we had the Ides of Heka-tea / Numeralia / Festival of Torches episode, 3-parter, which was epic. If you haven't seen it yet, please follow the link to go watch it.
Exactly.
It's just the last. It's part 1, part 2, and part 3.
We had a blast filming it.
Yeah, we had a blast filming it. It was super fun. So hope you guys, if you haven't seen it, please do. If you have, thanks for watching it. Let us know what you think. Please comment in our videos, and we want to reach y'all. We want to talk with you all. We want to build a little family here.
Exactly.
But what we're going to get into with our main topic also has to do with why we had to take a cycle off.
Yes.
And that situation happened literally right when we were done in the middle of filming the Ides special, or we had just finished. Like, it was like,
it
was
very
right
shortly
there.
After we finished.
So it was just like, oh my God, we need to recharge. We need to reset our batteries and reconnect with our energies and our deities and our witchcraft, and just kind of and attend to other things that we have going on. As you know, we talked about the Heka-tea Sickle Festival, and how we're going to be doing a live taping there November 7th through the 9th. And, so we kind of got to get ready for that with other things. So we needed the cycle off.
We did. It was a very, very nice time off, though.
It was. So, of course, let's kick things off with, what are we kind of, Oh, and then SpellCraft, I think we said Eclipse shit. We are doing Pagan Invasion.
Yes.
Back to the Mormons. We still have, I think 2 more Mormon episodes.
I think so. I think this one is the second of 3.
Yes. And then, Witchy Media Review is not a movie, not a documentary, not an art show, not a band, not a whatever. It is actually a social media TikTok sensation addiction.
Yes.
And it's the energy drink, and the I guess more aesthetic energy drink called Alani
Alani. Anali would be a very unfortunate name for an energy drink. Because,
that would be.
What word is contained within it?
Anal.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to take my drink and swallow it before I answered that question and spit it out everywhere.
Anally new. It sounds like a colonic.
I mean, for all we know, this is going to end up being a colonic, and we're going to regret it.
Oh my gosh.
So, anyway.
Stay tuned.
We got our hands on the very coveted flavor, Witch's Brew, and that was a whole fucking ordeal. So is it actually pagan occult? No, it's witchy media. The thing's called Witch's Brew. The way people are acting over it,
oh my goodness,
there may be witchcraft involved.
Right.
I kind of am curious if we sip it, because we're not energy drink drinkers.
No, we're not at all.
In any capacity. No shade to any of you who like them.
Oh no, it doesn't complement our palate.
No, but apparently everyone's like, even if you don't like energy drinks,
you'll love it.
Alani new. I keep want to call it anal. Alani new will blow your fucking mind and it'll convert you, blah, blah, blah. I am highly skeptical because people have told me that about other energy drinks. The closest. Anyway, I'll get into that. We're going on a tangent about it. That is what we're doing for Witchy Media Review. We're going to do a live tasting of Alani New's Witch's Brew for the first time. We're going to fucking pop the can. Apparently, a lot of you lose your mind over the sound of that can popping.
Opening, which I don't understand because
does it sound different?
Is it not a normal can? If you're a drinker of Alani New, and you have
change your name,
and you have a thing about the sound, please let us know. How does it differ from a regular can?
What is it that a Coca-Cola can isn't doing for you?
Right.
You hear the sound of that pop.
Right.
What may we be missing? But yeah, everyone's going nuts, spending $1,000 on cases of the shit, driving all over the place for it, just for me to get to. Anyway, we will get into all of it. It's going to be crazy, but it's worth looking into, and I think I am going to. That sounds silly, but there may be witchcraft involved in the fucking making of this shit, and so who knows? You never know, because people are fucking trying to kill for it.
Right. Watch us tomorrow. We're just panic buying all the cases.
Oh my god, right? And then we're just you guys. This is not normal. This is real. There's something wrong. Don't drink it anymore. It's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. They're all lucky masks. Don't touch shamrock masks. Don't touch them.
What if there's illicit substances in them?
I mean,
and that's the reason it's so addictive.
It could be. Luckily, illicit substances have never made me crack out for them.
Right.
So if that's the case, I should be fine.
Right.
All right. Let's kick things off with Witchcraft in the News. Witchcraft in the News. Okay. So, Oklahoma. Once again.
Again?
Yeah, and it's all the same fucking Bible and school shit.
Yeah.
So, Oklahoma launches exam for out-of-state teachers to ensure faith and patriotism. So, we have talked about how Ryan Walters, the state superintendent of Oklahoma, is like super Trump, and he has gotten, Bible mandatory in school, the Ten Commandments, all the shit in Oklahoma. Like, we've talked about him many times.
Yeah.
Fucking Oklahoma.
What was Oklahoma?
He is causing more shit. So,
of course he is.
Earlier this month, Walters had announced plans to implement a new screening tool for incoming educators from states like California and New York. On August 15th, my birthday, Santa Muerte's feast day, the last day of the Heka-tea and Ides, etc., and the Assumption of the Virgin Mary, Walters announced on X, Twitter, whatever, proud to launch our America First test with PragerU. But no, we'll get to it. PragerU is not a university at all. We will make sure only the best and brightest are teaching in Oklahoma classrooms, not Marxist indoctrinators. The test administered by the conservative media platform PragerU will be required for teacher certification in Oklahoma. As long as I am superintendent, Oklahoma classrooms will be safeguarded from the radical leftist ideology fostered in places like California and New York. Walters said, any teacher coming from these states will be required to pass our new PragerU assessment before receiving certification, because we refuse to let Gavin Newsom's woke, Marxist agenda turn Oklahoma into the same dumpster fire California has become.
Ooh.
Founded in 2009 by radio host Dennis Prager, and also produced by Alan Estrin, PragerU is not an accredited university. It's a media organization that makes videos, podcasts, and teaching materials that promote conservative interpretations of history, politics, economics, religion, and so on. It presents itself as a corrective to what it sees as liberal dominance in education, but fact checkers and critics say its content often oversimplifies complex issues and has been flagged for inaccuracies and ideological slant. No shit.
Right.
So, recent years, PragerU's curriculum has been approved for use in K-12 classrooms in states like Florida and Oklahoma, obviously, as we're talking about now, causing a lot of debates in these places. So apparently there was a pagan dimension to the story of PragerU as well.
Oh,
so following the Paris Olympics and the whole Bacchanalian art opening performance thing, it released a video warning that cultural trends represented in the opening ceremony reflected drift away from Judeo-Christian values toward a pre-biblical pagan world. Excuse me. What most communities were able to recognize as cultural references from Western art, PragerU framed as societal regression. In July, he told reporters, Walters did, in July, he told reporters, we're not going to allow teachers in the classroom that don't know the difference between boys and girls. That's just absurd. We want good, traditional teachers that put academics first, not indoctrination. While the full test has not been released, sample questions reported by The Hill ask about basic civics such as the first 3 words of the Constitution and the importance of religious freedom. Other leaked questions, according to CNN, include naming the chambers of Congress, identifying U.S. senators, and describing chromosome pairs that determine sex. Really? Oh my god. If you can get out of Oklahoma, get out of Oklahoma. Like, please. Obviously not everyone can, but if you live in Oklahoma...
and you have the means...
I don't care how great the musical is, or you think it is, about your state. You need to get the fuck out. Get out. The call is coming from inside the state. Leave. If you can't, consider, I don't know, burning something down. I don't know at this point. Like, I don't know. Burn something down. Just burn it all to the ground. Burn it all to the fucking ground at this point. Like, burn it all down.
Right.
Evanne.
Okay. Next up. So as we know, unless we have been living under a rock, which we personally have not.
No.
So as most of us know, Practical Magic 2 is happening.
Although, justice for Evan Rachel Wood.
I know.
Sandra and Nicole, I don't care how young the girls are, you can't hide how old you are. Sorry.
It makes me really sad how Evan Rachel reached out about it and was just shut out.
They're like, she's younger and prettier than us. We can't let her on screen with us. It was very like the wicked, the evil queen from Snow White.
I know. Like is this Practical Magic or Hocus Pocus?
Right, or fucking Snow White.
Right.
And like, their mirror was like, Evan Rachel, though you two are beautiful, Evan Rachel Wood is the prettiest and the fairest in the land. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, so regardless of that, I am excited to see the movie.
Yes, me too.
For sure. And it has now started filming. Boop, 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 boop. So Nicole Kidman posted a video on her Instagram of herself and Sandra Bullock on set.
Aww.
In the video, they're hugging as they stand in front of a cemetery that's in the background. And she said, "The witches are back. Owen sisters' first day on set."
Wonderful. I can already hear Stevie Nicks.
Oh my god,
and
I
Carol
know,
King.
right? Also returning are Diane Wiest and Stockard Channing, reprising their iconic roles as the aunts.
Yes.
cannot wait to see them. There are a couple of new faces as well, including Lee Pace, Joey King, Maisie Williams, Sully McLeod, and I am going to butcher this name, so I am very sorry. Solo Maraduena. Regardless, I'm very excited to see him. I've heard his name before. Well, I haven't heard it pronounced, but I've read his name before. Yes. And so I'm excited to see him in this role. The movie is set to debut on September 18th of 2026.
Okay, not too far away.
No, not too far.
Basically a year now.
Exactly. So I guess I'm sure we will be talking a lot about it when it happens.
Oh, that's going to be our Witchy Media review.
100%.
Before and after the theater, basically.
Exactly.
We'll do like, hey, we're going, and then we just saw it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we have loved the story our whole lives. It's one of those defining movies of childhood and adulthood for us.
Yeah, exactly. As I'm sure it is for a lot of you witches.
Exactly. Especially witches of a certain age.
Yes.
Millennials.
So, now off to Kuwait City. Witchcraft accusations, abroad are happening a lot, and a lot of times there's death and violence. We report on it all the time. This is starting to make other witches, pagans, heathens, occultists, etc., practitioners of alternative paths who travel to really start thinking and reassessing and thinking about where they want to go, where they're going, how safe it is, etc.
Yeah.
So, in Kuwait, a video surfaced on Facebook over the weekend, which appeared to show the arrest of an Iraqi woman on charges of practicing witchcraft.
Oh, wow.
The footage, which was widely shared across social media, echoes similar cases that have happened and that we have actually reported on, and underscores a broader concern about the prosecution of alleged sorcery in the Middle East and other countries. So, in late July, Kuwait authorities announced the arrest of an Iraqi national, identified as Iman Abdul Karim Aboud Kazim, who is accused of practicing witchcraft, fortune-telling, and fraud. According to the Ministry of Interior's General Department of Criminal Investigation, Kazim presented herself as a spiritual healer and lured clients by claiming she could resolve personal, financial, and family problems. She allegedly told victims she could break curses, bring good fortune, and even predict the future. Okay, here's the thing. So some comments on X called her execution, claiming it was necessary to protect the community from her black magic. Here's the thing. She was arrested at her residence, where police discovered an array of ritual tools. Among the items were amulets, talismans, written charms, padlocks, herbal oils. Padlocks now, we're not talking about a padlock of just like to lock your shed. Padlocking is it's a magical tool, magical thing. We'll get into that. Herbal oils and stones. Not in this episode, but we will get into that shit. Authorities said these objects were used to convince victims of her supposed supernatural powers. My issue with this is, so we did talk about how early this year in April, Kuwaiti customs officers intercepted a woman at the Kuwait-Iraq border, and officials reported that she attempted to smuggle ritual objects concealed in a false bottom bag. They found inside rings and beads that she admitted were intended for use in black magic. Bags were confiscated and one was denied entry into the country. So here's my thing about this, is like, they keep saying it's fraud. But they actually find items, tools. Like, I'm sorry, when it comes to witchcraft and rituals, when it comes to shit like that, when they're talking about kind of like more like in the know type spellcraft or tools or shit, like that, they're a legit practitioner.
Yes.
If you're just trying to scam people with this setup of ooh, I'm a witch, like you're gonna order some things from Wicca.rs, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have active spell work that you've actually done in jars. I guarantee you so many of the stuff was probably, in all these cases, were handmade things.
Yeah.
Charged things in jars, things written, like they said, written charms. Like, this is real. But they are like, we think it's evil, but how can we do this in like a humane, legal way? Well, we say it's fraud. We say it's criminal work. It's deceit.
Right.
So Kuwait and the Sudan reflect a wider regional approach in which witchcraft and sorcery are not only stigmatized, but are also criminalized. So many Muslim-majority nations, laws against sihr, or sorcery, are rooted in both religious doctrine and state legal systems. Authorities frequently argue that the practices exploit vulnerable people and undermine social cohesion. While enforcement varies, Saudi Arabia has carried out capital punishment in sorcery cases. And other Gulf states, including Qatar, Oman, and the United Arab Emirates, regularly prosecute individuals accused of witchcraft under fraud or superstition-related statutes. And then, of course, we know what's been happening in like India and Africa with horrendous butcherings to entire families, just tiny little children, by people in their own community, by their fucking neighbors. Exactly. So for travelers, for pagans, Wiccans, heathens, occultists, etc., you really need to make sure that you look into the laws of the places that you're traveling to, especially if it's in the East.
Yeah.
Like, and especially the Far East, the Middle East. Like, you need to look into that shit before you go. Because even wearing, like, for example, sacred jewelry.
Yeah.
Like, magical jewelry. Whatever.
In which we are dripping.
Yeah. Like, it can be taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, so then it's like, okay, well, you know, hopefully you have less conspicuous witchy jewelry, sacred jewelry that you can wear when you travel to places that, you know, will still make you feel protected. Like, you know, even some of the pieces that we're wearing today, like, just by what they look like, by the merit of what they look like, it'd be really bad. So you just want to, like, really think about these things.
Exactly.
Because it's scary out there for it. It's hard out there for a witch.
Exactly. I mean, and I think that also goes for, like, devotional tattoos, which we both have as
well.
Yeah. Like,
cover that shit.
Like, I've got one on my hand. It's Perugino's astronomical symbol, which I just recently got done this summer. I love it. However, I will say I have already made plans on wearing, like, long-sleeved, like, mitten hoodies if I am on a plane, because you never know. Especially with the way the climate is in the US at the moment. And unfortunately, for situations like that, or this as well, like, it's a situation where if you are a witch, if there are things about you that will read spiritual, witchy, anything of that nature, whether that's your jewelry, a tattoo, anything else that's immediately visible about you, it's something that you need to take into consideration if you are going to travel, whether it's inside of your own country or not. That is just, unfortunately, the world that we are living in right now.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we are back once again in the Midwest. Although on this occasion, for once, it's not something horrible.
Oh, wonderful.
Yay!
What does the Midwest have to give us that is not horrible?
So this is out of Galesburg, Michigan, which is in the southwest portion of the state. And there is going to be a new annual festival called Witches in the Woods.
Ooh.
I am that fairy witch.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Sparkle, sparkle. Not a lot is known about what the festival is going to involve so far, other than it is dedicated to witches.
Wonderful.
There's going to be food, fun activities, vendors, and such things as you would typically find at any festival.
Right.
It is scheduled for October 3rd in 2026, so it's still a ways away. So it's kind of, you know, in its infancy in the planning stages right now.
Cool.
But I love that this is going to be happening for witches in Michigan. I was trying to make, like, a fun pun out of, like, witch and Michigander, and it just didn't really come out of it.
A witchigander?
A witchigander, yes.
A witchigander.
If you are a witchigander, get ready.
You're a witch who's going to take a gander at what's going on.
Exactly. So it's going to be held from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 33 West Battle Creek Street in Galesburg.
Wonderful.
So, woot woot.
If you are in Michigan or surrounding area,
or if you're anywhere in the Midwest and you are a witch and you want to be around other witches,
check it out and let us know in a year.
Exactly.
We'll remind you as we get closer. We'll mention it again.
I have a ton of family in Wisconsin. My mom was actually the first to leave. Well, my mom and one of her sisters were the first to leave Wisconsin, and I believe it was over 200 years. Like, very strong family history there. Like, and if that had not happened, that's probably where I would be living today.
Right.
So that makes me happy that, you know, if life had turned out that way, I would have somewhere to go. You know?
No, exactly.
Exactly. And yeah, so that's about all that I have to say about that. So
we'll keep you posted. We will keep you all posted. All right, so now off to Texas. For kind of a positive, like, this is kind of like a yay community, like, feel-good story news report.
Which is so rare coming out of Texas.
Yes. So in New Braunfels, Texas, there is a shop owner named Elizabeth Dixon, and she has a store called the Empress by Altar Space. And, you know, it's a metaphysical shop. It's an acute converted craftsman house.
Oh gosh, I would totally go there if I were there.
Right? It's just, like, it's cute. But she has, she applied for a city grant earlier in the month, in August, so last month, and her shop ended up facing, like, a shit ton of public backlash. People obviously were like, blah, witch. So so what happened was she applied for a $1,739, 25-cent grant through the city's downtown business and preservation grant program. So obviously, like, grants given to business owners to try to help revitalize downtown, bring in businesses, do repairs on old places, old homes, update them, update shops, etc. You know, get everything going. The money would have funded outdoor lighting for events. Ultimately, Dixon withdrew the request before the vote due to all the public backlash. She did launch a GoFundMe, 2 GoFundMe campaigns to help with the store improvements, and one of the fundraisers did hit its $2,000 goal in just 4 days.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. That just shows you how much support and admiration that she has in the community for her store.
Yeah, we've had people coming from all over. Dixon says, our online orders are bigger than they've ever been. We've had people bring us flowers and gifts. It's been absolutely incredible, especially after seeing the hatred coming at what I felt like myself because the shop was built with my love, passion, and my soul. So the funds will upgrade the store's lighting, enabling them to host more evening events and create a safer, family-friendly nightlife option in a growing city.
I love that.
The project will allow the Empress to host more nighttime events and support small businesses, including the upcoming All Hallows Market on October 4th. Of 2025, not 2026.
Yay!
Finally, something in 2025. Which will feature about 30 local vendors, and she sees these efforts as ways to build community and uplift local artisans. Now, she says her business to ownership her journey to her business ownership is very personal. She had a fascination with crystals going back to age 7. Her path led from Seattle, where she studied entrepreneurship and became a certified life coach and Reiki master, to Central Texas after a psychic predicted she would open a healing apothecary there.
Oh, wow.
She was like, I thought I'm not going to move across the country based on a psychic reading, but I ended up feeling that pull and went for it anyways. The business grew from pop-ups and artisan markets to a small storefront, now to its current larger location on Castile Avenue, where it has thrived for over 3 years. She employs 5 staff members and offers workshops on crystal chakras and healing. Though some critics label the shop as a religious or witchcraft organization. It's always a witchcraft organization. She clarifies, we're not registered as a religious organization. We are open to all denominations, and anyone interested in exploring spirituality is welcome here. She embraces identifying as a witch as a form of empowerment and independence. It's about making a difference in the world and not being ashamed of my gifts. She actually had a lot of Christians from the city council and the community come to her and show support. And there have been Christians who have literally told her, like, what has happened was not the Christianity that they know. So that's really cool.
That is really cool. I love that.
Her shop is at 451 South Castile Avenue, New Braunfels, Texas, 78130. Again, that's called the Empress Altar Space. The Empress by Altar Space, excuse me. Yeah, check it out. Okay.
And for the next part of our fun little travel of the world.
It really has been a travel.
Through witchy news. Next up, we hop across over to Russia.
Oh God, okay.
And you know where this is going.
All right. What Putin got going on now?
Probably Putin.
Putin. Rootin' tootin'. How does your garden grow?
Party.
Very party.
I mean, all those potatoes,
Vodka. Gives you the runs.
I'd fart.
Yeah, probably. All right,
anyway,
so what's going on in Russia?
In Russia,
forgive.
We mean no offense. We are just stupid.
We are.
In Russia, in the city of Kurgan, which I'm probably mispronouncing. I'm sorry. In the Russian Urals, a local man was fined 1,000 rubles, which equates to roughly 11 euros.
Okay.
For posting an image of Satan online.
Okay.
He was charged with demonstrating the symbols of extremist organizations. There's that word again.
God.
For an image posted on the popular Russian social media platform VK. This is the first known case of a fine being handed down since Russia's Supreme Court recognized the non-existent international movement of Satanism.
What?
As extremist at the end of July.
The International Organization of Satanists?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Very, very dark. So this was recognized as extremism in July, according to the courts. That move came following over a year of discussions by top officials and prominent pro-Kremlin voices regarding the fight against Satanism in Russia, of course, which began with a special State Duma session in July of 2024 that featured deputies, priests, and several state media propagandists.
God.
Yes. So Satanism was declared extremist by Judge Oleg Nefedov, who had previously applied the same designation to, again, the non-existent, quote, international LGBT movement in November 2023, and oversaw the April decision to decriminalize the Taliban.
Oh my God. Okay, Russia.
So yeah, that's happening. This decision means that, among other things, the general principles of Satanism and the performance of occult rituals will now be outlawed in Russia. The Prosecutor General's office hailed this designation as a triumph for legal forces.
Okay.
In the eternal struggle between good and evil.
Oh, God. Oh, Russia. Why are you stupid? Why are you so superstitious and stupid? I swear. And Putin, you're the stupidest one of them. Actually, no, you're smart. Because you know that this is all bullshit. You're just playing on the fears of your people.
Exactly.
Because you don't want them to finally start looking at you as one whole and hang you.
Right.
Just saying.
Well, speaking of our favorite Putin delight.
Uh-huh.
In November 2023, he pardoned a member of a Satanist gang that killed 4 teenagers. Who was serving a 20-year prison sentence in recognition of his military service in Ukraine. So that happened as well.
I have no words.
I don't either. I don't.
The right wing of every country, the fascists of every country.
Exactly.
Like, I don't.
It's just such a level of mental gymnastics that they're.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like y'all are fucking crazy.
Oh,
Whatever
God.
you can do to justify your shit.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, that's it for the news. And on, it's not always great.
No.
We did have a couple feel goods in there.
Yeah.
But now it's time for Astrology Mixology. All right. September, there's a lot going on, but also not a lot going on. But what is going on is a lot. So September 1st, Saturn re-entered Pisces, which is now pushing us to create boundaries, look at boundaries. This encourages a deeper dive into our emotional boundaries, creativity, and self-care. And it offers a final chance for us to review and strengthen all of these areas before moving into the dead time, the transitional times, the hollow times. The spooky spook. September 2nd saw Mercury move into Virgo, which has been all about tightening our communication, making us more concise, more able to communicate what we want, what we need, what we feel, etc. Than ever before. September 6th, yesterday, Uranus retrograded into Gemini, and that started, which will is really focusing on kind of redefining our views and ideologies on life and our values, and maybe reassess like how maybe we could improve ourselves and how we treat our fellow man. So September 7th, today, it is the full total lunar eclipse in Pisces, and it is the full moon, and this will get us one step closer to all of our goals and achieving our dreams that we've been setting out for and working on this entire 2025. This is a powerful time for emotional cleansing during eclipse, reflection, and setting intentions for your inner worlds. September 13th, Mercury will chasm in with Virgo. This will enhance clarity and communication, especially concerning details and daily routines. So, if you've been getting on other people's nerves about your schedule, or they're getting on yours, or maybe have you and your partner have like chore issues, or you and your parent, sibling, whatever, this is going to be a good time, September 13th, to really kind of sit down and iron all this shit out in a really constructive way, where maybe it wouldn't be before the 13th. So, if those conversations need to happen or anything like that, or those situations are whatever, anything dealing with your routine, details, school, anything structured that involves especially other people, or maybe it's like, I need to have this day off every week,
right.
And you need to tell your boss that. September 13th will be and onward is a good time to do that. So September 18th, Mercury will find middle ground in Libra, which will balance out the way that we express ourselves. This promotes a focus on fairness, and again, balance and building bridges in our relationships. If they need some healing, some friendship healing, talk about friendship healing, not sexual healing, but friendship healing. Oh yeah. September 19th, Venus is like, hey Virgo, and by doing that, this will help us find a realistic perspective on matters of love, whether it's romantic, platonic, familial, maybe things, jobs, something. This will allow for a time to kind of really look at it for the truth and for what it is. September 21st, solar eclipse in Virgo is going to be happening. It is a partial solar eclipse. This is an inspiring moment of determination and motivation. This offers a chance to celebrate your accomplishments that you've made so far in 2025, refine your work ethics or methods and methodology of things that you're doing that maybe need a little tweaking because they're not working out the way you want them to, whether it's spell work or life work, and to focus on healing yourself, healing situations, healing other people, helping other people in your life heal and work through shit. Healing. And September 22nd, Mars and Scorpio. Mars moves into Scorpio, which of course is all about heightened emotions, drive, tempers. We're all going to be sensitive.
Yeah.
So the thing is, so this is obviously eclipse season. We just got done having this past new moon was a black new moon, or black dark moon, where the way the sun positioned itself, the moon, caused it to like be like darker and blacker than ever before. And you know, that was the 22nd and 23rd of August. So now here we are. Now we've got the lunar eclipse tonight, and then, like I said, we have the partial solar eclipse in Virgo on the autumn equinox, on the autumnal equinox. So that's magic.
Yeah.
Now, general themes of this time, things to consider. Again, emotional and creative reevaluation. With Saturn returning to Pisces, it's really about expecting a renewed focus on your emotional boundaries, and again, a chance to re-engage with your creative side. With eclipse season, 2 eclipses in early September are all about both are about introspection and purification, rather than making new commitments or manifestation of new things, but re-energizing things that you're already working towards. In terms of relationships and just overall peace in your life, the shift into Libra for Mercury will encourage diplomacy, fairness, and desires for understanding in all of our interactions with each other, which I think is really good.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will help heal a lot of things for people. It's a good time to focus on well-being with Virgo season, especially at the beginning of the month. This emphasizes details, wellness practices, organizing the way you approach life, organizing the things, structures in your life, things to expect, personal growth. Saturn retrograde and the eclipses provide significant opportunities to do shadow work and really reflect and build and see what can be healed. For work and career shit, Virgo coming in is all about career success opportunities. You know, that's Virgo. It's like the 7 of Pentacles.
Right.
It's all about, boo, success, yaha, I'm the emperor.
Right.
So in relationships, just in general, just keep in mind, like, the energy shifts are going to be good for promoting and building positive connections, resolving outstanding issues, like we talked about, dealing with things that need to be dealt with, and again, a good focus on communication and understanding. Yeah.
Well, woot woot. I'm excited for these times of just kind of reflection and getting things more perfectly aligned.
About to say aligned,
as
yeah.
the Virgo
Yeah, exactly.
will require.
Yes. I like to think, so far, September has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of things on the horizon.
Absolutely.
So it's causing definitely a lot of what has happened from between the first and now. I would definitely say rings true. I've been experiencing a lot of that.
I have to.
So yeah, there you have it, your Astrology Mixology for September.
Yeah.
Looking back to look ahead.
Exactly.
Okay, so our main topic. What do you do when you find yourself as a witch, pagan, occultist, heathen, those of the left-hand pathers?
Yes.
What do you do?
The lefties.
When you find yourself in mixed company, or you have to go to like a work function and, you know, be with your coworkers, or a birthday party, or some type of thing with in-laws, or like your friends, etc., who maybe aren't your crowd, aren't your people, and yeah, what do you have to say, not say? What are you obligated to defend, talk about, or not talk about, educate, not educate, etc.? And the reason we're talking about this is, and what struck me about, I was like, oh, we should actually address this, is, like we said, one of the reasons we took a month off was, or a lunar cycle, excuse me, there's a better way to put it, was because of the Heka-tea and Ives episode. It was 2.5 weeks of work. It was very engrossing, as you guys thought. It was just a lot. Yeah. And so it was draining. My birthday coming up, my anniversary was happening with my partner. Like, a lot of things were going on that, like, there was a lot.
Yeah.
And so we needed to recover. But what was kind of like the final catalyst for it all was a social function we ended up going to literally like after we were finishing filming.
Right.
And it was mixed company, except I guess we were the mixed company because everybody else kind of had the same political and ideological views.
Which is opposite from how we believe.
Yeah.
Girls, watch out for those weirdos.
We are the weirdos, mister.
And, but overall, usually very nice people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we just found ourselves needing to go to the situation.
Yes.
Yes, there could have been an opt-out, but it just would not have reflected good. So this was a good time for just, kind of just stepping up, showing up type those situations.
Exactly.
We had intended to just hang out, chit-chat, whatever, and drink and eat and smoke pot and just enjoy the summer and chill and have a good night. But while we were talking, we got a compliment by someone about our jewelry, and he was complimenting and talking about how amazing and beautiful and interesting our jewelry was. And I had said to Evanne not realizing that he was listening because like his girlfriend was sitting there and he had other friends sitting right over there, like across from him. So like it looked like he had returned to his conversation.
Right.
So I said to Evanne, not loud, mind you, I wasn't like loud about it. We were like, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And I turned to Evanne, she was sitting how we are actually. And so it's the same direction. And I turned to her and I was like, I guess go, oh, it's because we're a couple of chic witches.
Right.
And he goes, oh, what was that? And he's like, I got you guys. And then his friend, the other dude was like, what? And he was like, oh, he said that they were like chic witches. I was complimenting their jewelry. And he just said to Evanne that they were a couple of chic witches. So I was just telling him that I understood what they were saying. And so from there, it just spiraled.
Yeah,
the situation
it just
spiraled.
Unfolded. Lots of questions.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there was a lot of machismo, ego, and not proper thought in a lot of what was said. So, for example, a person trying to, in their right-wing Christian evangelical attempt, to convince us that they knew more about the occult and witchcraft and magic and ceremonial magic, etc., than we did, was to say that he has been in some, like, deep, powerful occult circles and organizations, because there's always organizations where, like, when you move up to, like, what she did, and in order to gain power, when you move up, you have to sacrifice an innocent child. The member has to sacrifice an innocent child every new, like, when you rise up. And so we're just sitting here being like, what the fuck is this, like, Jennifer Remembers shit? Like, Jessica Remembers, whatever her fucking name is. Like, it's a straight up satanic panic, like, nonsense. But we're both sitting there being like, he's literally telling us right now in front of all these people that he, like, sacrificed a child. And no one's like, it's just whatever. Like, it was just weird. It got really uncomfortable. We kept being like, we kept being like, do you know who Moloch is?
Right.
Do you know who Moloch is? Moloch. And now I could have been like, are you, in which tradition? What tradition are you talking and referencing Moloch? Are you talking about like Gnostic Christianity from the early times, mystic Christianity, Gnostic Christianity? Are you talking about Moloch and like pre-Christian Judeo like text? Are you talking about Moloch in the Babylonian, Sumerian, pre-Christian Mesopotamian sense? Are you talking about in Hermeticism, Thelema? Like, what are you Goetia? Like, what past traditions are you talking about in which like kind of like a Judeo-Christian base is Canaanite based ceremonial magics would be used, and those entities, deities, etc. would be called upon? What path? Like, I could have been like, okay, bitch, you want to roll? Like, what are you talking? Which Moloch are you referencing? And in what context? Because Moloch is presented many ways, as we talked about with Lilith, Lilitu, Lamatsu, blah, blah, blah. It depends on what roads you're going down, is what you're going to get, as with a lot of things, and a lot of people, like Heka-tea, like fucking Hera, Juno, like Cronanus, like a lot of Odin, like a lot of deities who, depending on where they have different fucking where they go. Yeah. So, but I didn't. Reason being, is because we were there just to drink and eat food and visit with people that we liked, not talk about the ideological things, beliefs, and shit that separate and make different. No. But just hang out, find common ground, commonality, and enjoy the night.
Enjoy the summer sun.
Not take anything too seriously. Yeah. This became a situation where, unfortunately, our repeated requests for relief from the pressure was not granted, and it dragged other people in, and then there were other people who just avoided communicating with us altogether because they were then weirded out by the whole conversation situation. So it really got us thinking, okay, well, what do you do when you're in those situations? Like, when you find yourself in those situations, what is or isn't even safe? Exactly. So we thought we would talk about it. So we're not here to rant about what happened. No. We'll just give you a backstory, but this is why now we're at the topic. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Personally, I think, first and foremost, it's about safety.
Absolutely.
Like, you need to make sure that, at the very least, we were more than fairly certain in the situation we were just in, and happened in others, that we weren't going to get, like, tarred and feathered and dragged or murdered for it. So,
there was going to be no lynching.
Yeah. But if you are in a situation where the people you're around, you're like, they might get fucking scary. Yeah. Don't fucking say that you are a fucking say you're a minister, for God's sake. Lie and say you're an evangelical minister, and you got a church 5 towns over, like, or something.
Exactly. Like, I mean, at no point, no matter what degree of intensity it is, you don't owe anyone an explanation to your faith.
No. Next, gauge the value of the relationship. That's your next step. First, safety of where you are, area, people, etc. Next, gauge the value of the relationship of those people. Yes. Do you value these relationships enough and so much that if you did not have it, it would be devastating? And you know that if they knew that you were a witch, pagan, occult, left-hand pather, that they would fucking be like, bitch, we are on the right-hand path. Yeah. Like, they're rightists.
Yes.
If they're rightists and you know that's just how it's going to be, and if they know that you're walking the left-hand path, they would be like goodbye. And if for you that would be extremely devastating, then keep it a secret.
Exactly.
If you do love them, you value them, but you're in a position or the relationship's a position where you're like, I know they'll be dicks, but they're not going to walk away.
Right.
And I fucking want to say something, then say something. Like, but you need to assess those relationships, and you need to assess the value of those relationships before making that call.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it really all just comes down to your own personal comfort and how much you are comfortable with revealing or not, depending
Right.
on the nature of the function, who you're around, and what context it's in.
Right. Those things. Then the question becomes the third one. Why am I here? Why am I at this function?
Right.
Assess why you're there, what your goal was for going.
Mm-hmm.
Were you like, I literally wanted a superficial fun time?
Right.
Like, I literally just want to talk about, the deepest I wanted to get into was like, what's going on in the Housewives or some shit like
Right.
that. Like, if that's literally how deep you wanted the situation to be, you wanted it to just like, you were like, I don't really want to invest in deep conversations with any of the guests. Like, I just want to go and chill and just talk about bullshit and then leave. Then don't say anything. Like, just don't.
No.
Just ignore it. Even if, and that means, and I don't care if you are, in all these situations, I'm talking about, even if you are, like, wearing a pentacle.
Right.
Like, if you are wearing witchy jewelry, if you have tattoos, pagan, witchcraft, etc., left-hand path tattoos, exposed for people to be like, what does that tattoo mean?
Right.
As people with tattoos, we all know our favorite thing to say is, it's personal and it's none of your business.
Yes.
Like, it's not my obligation to tell you the story of my sleeve or any other piece of work.
No.
So...
That's between me and my bank account.
Exactly, and my flesh. So, you know, think about that as well. Like, I don't care how exposed you are, like, if you don't want to talk about anything, don't answer it. Just be like, I'm just not talking about it. And if they're like, oh, that's a witch thing, or that's
Right.
whatever, you can just be like, no, it's not. If they're saying it's something that it isn't, you can say, no, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they are, like, guessing correct, that it, like, is occult, pagan related, witchcraft related, you could just be like, I really don't like discussing my tattoos, or I'm just not gonna discuss that with you. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but if you were like, look, I was gonna go, I don't mind having conversations with people
Right.
and like letting them get my perspective, then by all means. Next thing you have to assess though, before once again you engage. So think all of these steps are happening in like a nanosecond that you need to assess all this, but then the next thing is, if you do share, if you do engage, will this actually benefit? Will this person treat you with dignity and respect? Will this person or persons actually listen to what you have to say? Or are they just trying to engage you because they want to spar and they want to just have their own say and like
Right.
beat you down, whatever.
Exactly.
Like, you have to assess that, and then if you're like, I like a good spar,
Right.
then fucking go.
Exactly.
But if you assess and you're like, this is not gonna be constructive,
No.
like, this isn't gonna be that like smoking weed, fucking drinking and just talking about deep spiritual shit
Right.
and like, yeah, maybe they're Christian and shit, but like I've like hung out and gotten drunk with Christians and shit before who were like really cool with me being a witch.
Yeah.
And we would have deep, meaningful spiritual conversations all night for
Exactly.
hours, like amazing conversation. Like, but there's also times where you're like, this is not going to be one of those times. This person just wants to have a chance to fucking flex their muscle.
Right.
If you're ready to rumble, then by
You
all
go
means.
for it.
But if you're like, I only like to engage if it's something constructive and meaningful, then again, don't fucking do it. It's not worth it. In this situation, I would say in the situation we were in, it was doubly hard for me because I was the guest of a guest.
Yes.
So I felt more obliged to try to answer certain
Right. questions
as much as I could, as briefly as I could, just to kind of be like, don't be afraid of us. Like,
Right.
you just fucking drink with us and hang out.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, you don't want to be rude. You don't want to seem rude, especially for the
Exactly.
guest of a guest. You're like,
Right.
oh shit, you feel doubly needing to be on your best behavior
Yes.
because you also don't want to reflect on the other person that you're actually the guest of.
Right.
So, did it benefit? No. It benefited in the sense that, like, we learned what right-wing people are willing to fucking push, that they're,
Yes.
like, willing to, like, literally pull out some Jennifer, whatever, remember shit, and be like, I was involved in human sacrifice
Right.
and orgy. Like, the usual, it was literally the
Yeah.
satanic panic shit.
Yeah. It's just
And then it was
nothing.
like, answer to that, how do you feel about that? And I was
Right.
like, I feel like if you're part of any fucking organization or group, coven, whatever, that is fucking murdering children or anybody or anything, in such a way, like, I'm not getting on ritual sacrifice of animals and shit, like, because that's not what I'm referencing. I'm just, when I'm saying anything, I mean in a not sacred, not traditional,
Right.
not heritage, not, like, specific customary thing, but like it's just bullshit
Right.
that you're doing,
Right.
like for cruelty's sake, or to gain power,
Right.
then you are a psychopath.
Yeah.
And you need to stay away from anybody, but especially children, if that's your thing. And this person did not like that as my answer, because
No.
once again, then I was like, let's stop talking about this now, please. Like, I don't want to get into it.
Right.
And then it was like, what about Moloch? And then that's when I,
Right.
instead of saying what I could say, I just said, I really don't want to talk about that right now. Yes, I'm aware who Moloch is. Like, I'm not getting into that right now. I really just want to drink and smoke and eat and enjoy the food and have a good summer night.
Exactly.
And that was kind of the mantra repeated over and over again.
Yes.
But it also made me think about how many times I've been in that situation before. Like, this wasn't my first time. And we've shared our past stories from our past before of our adolescences. So you guys now know, who's been with us for a while, that we have a history. She and I both have a history since adolescence of basically being public witches.
Yes.
and paying a price for that in one way or another. And so it doesn't stop the older you get.
I mean, and certainly it did take me back to those memories of, being in middle school and being sort of targeted.
Yeah, I did not like the feeling at all. It was horrific.
Yeah, I agree.
We walked away, and I never want to be around all these people again like this.
Right.
And Evanne was like, no, me neither. Like, it was dark, and it put us back in a really dark place. Now, did we think that they were going to harm us?
No.
But did you, even though rationally knowing that, was there the irrational, emotional
Fear.
PTSD response fear
Of course.
that they were about to fucking get weird and scary and then decide to, like, burn us? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, even though you know rationally that's
No,
not going to
that's not
happen,
gonna
these people are
happen.
not going to do this.
No.
It when
doesn't-
it turns like that.
Yeah, it doesn't help that that part of your brain that as a public witch and as a witch who has been aware of the path since childhood, it doesn't help that part of your brain that's wired to self-protect.
Yeah. And so you don't owe anyone anything. None of us owe anything about our practice, about our deities, who we talk to. I certainly was not going to go into anything about Heka-tea or something. Like, I wasn't going to touch Santa Muerte.
Oh, no.
Like, I was not even going. I had my bracelet, my Santa Muerte bracelet on. So that was like, I was actually waiting for something to be mentioned about it, and luckily it wasn't. But I also wasn't going to take her off because I proudly served the skinny lady, and I love her, and she is my patron saint. So
Exactly,
like,
and I mean that is why I chose the hand as my placement for my Hera-Juno tattoo, because I wanted it to be somewhere where it would always be seen.
Yeah.
No matter where I go, even if I'm the only one who recognizes what it means, no matter where I go, I am designated as belonging to her.
Yeah.
In a way that cannot be hidden. I mean, unless, it's the middle of winter and I got my mittens on. But that was a big reason why I chose the hand versus any other part of my body.
Right.
That being said, if I were asked about it in mixed company or somewhere that I didn't necessarily feel comfortable to be open about it, I would say it's religious. And if there was a further question, I would say that I don't want to get into specifically what faith I practice. And that's all I would leave it at.
Yeah. I just think that we need to know, because we can feel pressured in these situations to answer. There's also that sense that we want to defend paganism. We want to defend polytheism.
Yes.
We want to defend the left-hand path. And yes, are there spooky, scary parts to all of it? Are there unsettling? Yes, it's witchcraft.
Right.
Like we were talking about how we keep forgetting. Like I go into my office, I look at my altars,
Right.
and I'm like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. Like they're so wonderful. And then I think about the perspective of somebody outside of who's like Christian, whatever, coming or just Judeo-Christian cultural were brought up, but maybe they're just agnostic.
Right.
But then coming into my church, which is what my temple, which is what my office is.
Yeah.
It's the liminal space between this world and the world of the imagination and creativity.
Absolutely.
And all of my deities are crossroads deities, liminal deities. So like it all fucking makes sense that their altars would be in there. And because it is my sacred space. My office is as a writer. Any writer will tell you that.
Mine are all maternal queens who love pearls.
Right. So that I think about someone outside of that coming in and looking at my altars. And it would scare them.
Yeah.
It would fucking scare them. Like, they might be like, oh, it looks cool, and like, it looks aesthetic, like, it's cute, it's pretty.
Right.
And no, I don't do my altars first. Like, I'm just really good at decorating, and I love decorating, and I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've just really liked having beautiful altars.
Oh, yeah,
like, just
me too.
having really nice looking altars. I've also literally had altars that I had to keep in, like, a bin, and I can only, like, take out and just spread on the floor, or on a table, or a dresser. Like, so, but whenever I'm able, I like to have really pretty altars. So, like, it's still, you're going to be like, visually, it looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
But it'll scare you.
Unnerved.
Yeah, it's going to unnerve you. It's going to be creepy. It's still going to be creepy. But the thing is like, being a witch is kind of creepy.
Right.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yes, and I'm sorry, even your hippy dippy fucking wearing like lavender peasant skirts and holding barefoot dancing, holding sticks with ribbons at a music festival, you know, at Folk Life or something, or Hemp Fest, and like fucking holding a tambourine and shit. Guess what? She still looks creepy to people.
Exactly.
Like, witches are naturally creepy.
As we're especially learning the deeper that we get into watching Pagan Invasion.
Yeah.
Like how many different things from all walks of life are considered like terrifying by the far right.
Yeah. No matter how innocuous or lit up by sunlight it is, they're like, oh shit, that's spooky.
I mean, for instance, my altars, they are much more, you know, they're less classically creepy than yours.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if someone like who we were with at the function,
oh honey, if someone one of them walk in, they would be like, home, what the hell?
Yeah,
like 100%. No, their altars are very like pearls and gold and like a lot of like
flowers.
Yeah,
eggs,
like it's not like
it's not
nothing like witchy. Really, except it is.
Yes.
Because they're all altars to deities, including Santa Muerte.
Exactly.
But like you walk in.
Yeah, I feel like the Santa Muerte one is the most like classically spooky. But all of them, I think, would strike fear.
No. You walk into her place, an advanced place, and you've got two big ass altars in the living room. She has one to Zuli above in her living room, like above a mantle, fireplace, like it's just like you walk in and you're like you're in the home of a witch, like it does no shit, like, and also a lot of our art is very gothic,
exactly. Like, and specifically in both of our homes, actually, as soon as you walk in the door, the first thing that you see is a visual representation of our deity.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that no matter where you fall on the witchy, spooky spectrum, you're gonna terrify Christians.
Yeah, 100,000%.
Which I think is actually really interesting because it's not like there aren't parts of Christianity that are a little spooky.
Oh my god, so much.
I mean,
so much.
Like drink my blood and eat my body. Like
correct. No. Yeah, no. There's the whole. It's all fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the thing. It's like, so I just try to like remember, like, okay, yeah, I do remember that, and I do think, okay, this is how they're gonna interpret things, and no matter how beautiful I think it is, it's gonna fucking spook other people.
Exactly.
And obviously, I'm all about staying spooky. But and obviously, like, we're in my dining room, and we have a Sam out all year long, and on October we change his head out, so then his head is with him with his mask off, being all cute. And also kind of creepy, and he dances and we love him, and he protects our home, and like there is,
and you switch out his hats for the season.
We switch out his hats for the season. We decorate him, as you guys have seen. You guys have been with us since October of last year.
Almost
You've
a year
seen Sam every episode wearing something new for the season.
Exactly. My favorite is his pride hat, honestly.
It's his pride outfit's so cute. So but you are not obligated in any way, because like there is that pride you want to defend.
Exactly.
But no matter what, and that's the thing, is you also think that's like, depending on who it is, no matter how much you can explain academically and coherently to these people, it doesn't matter to them. Like it doesn't matter, because they will interpret, no matter what you say, the more you like justify, defend, try to explain, all you're doing is so validating to them that you are authentically evil. That you authentically know what you're talking about, that you're not posing, like that you're not pretending, that you're not ignorant and just misguided, but that you have willingly given yourself to the demon, to the craft, to witchcraft, to Satan, to all the occult and evil shit. So
guilty.
Yeah, but you don't owe anyone anything.
Absolutely.
You deserve to go to a function, an event, whatever, and just live your fucking life and enjoy your time and enjoy food and drink and a little pot or other things if that's your jam.
No judgment.
No. As long as it's not sacrificing an innocent child to move up in the higher echelons of deep occult society, secret society.
Right. And see, the thing about this whole rant that this guy went on is that no part of what he said could not have been pulled from a movie.
Right.
You know?
It was all such bullshit. It was literally, he's watched and listened to probably like right-wing podcasts. Maybe he listens to Mark Driscoll, some shit like that. But he definitely was espousing shit that was just like play-by-play book, what we've heard throughout the 70s, throughout the 80s and 90s, just satanic panic. The same like cabal, secret societies, dressed in robes, child sacrifice, rape, like all these, like it's just, you're just like, yeah, Geraldo's talked about this like 1,000 times. I remember Sally Jesse did like 2 things. Like, it just is what you've heard a gazillion times. And you know that he got from like documentaries, you know, like it just, and he knows it was bullshit. Obviously, he's never done this shit.
Obviously, and everyone in the room knew it was bullshit.
Which is why no one
because
acknowledged
no one
it.
reacted, and that's why no one reacted.
But it's also ridiculous that these are the roads people will go, and they'll say this kind of shit in front of people, and no one goes, huh?
Exactly.
You killed children? What? Like, it was just,
So, there was definitely an experience.
Yeah. And you don't owe anyone anything.
No.
You are entitled to have a great time and not talk about being a witch. Even if, like us, you are openly, publicly a witch, and whether you have YouTube, whether you're an author, or whatever, you have a shop, however, maybe you are publicly a witch, or just because you proudly wear your witchy jewelry, or pagan jewelry, or signs of devotion, like, it doesn't mean that you then are required to be the spokesperson for witchcraft, Wicca, the left-hand path, etc., for these fucking people. No. That's not your job. That's not your responsibility. No. Like, it's just not. So yeah.
Yeah.
And if you find yourself in those situations, it's okay to be like, no, I don't want to do this. It's okay to be like, shut the fuck up. It's okay to be like, I'm leaving. I don't feel comfortable anymore. And it's okay to sit there and take it and just put up with it. That's also okay. Yeah. Like, if you're like, I just want to get through it and like, this is where I'm at and I'm just gonna whatever, that is okay too. And if after that you get through it because you are like, I'm gonna be polite, get through it, and then when you're done, you're like, I never want to do this thing again, or I never want to be around all these people at the same time ever again like this, that is valid and okay, and never feel guilty for it, no matter what. Like, you don't allow yourself to be guilt tripped for it. You have a right to your sovereignty.
Exactly. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on into SpellCraft.
SpellCraft.
And today for our SpellCraft, since we are in a lunar eclipse right now, we thought it would be fun to kind of provide some more in-depth information about lunar eclipses in general, kind of the significance behind them, what they're all about, if you didn't know already. If you do, and you're like, Marcus and Evanne, I know this shit, I want you to shut up, feel free to skip it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to kind of close off with some kind of information on what you can do for SpellCraft under a lunar eclipse.
Yes.
Give you lots of ideas for your own spells. So, firstly, a lunar eclipse is so much more than just an astronomical event, of course. It is a gateway to heightened energy and transformation. I like to think of them as eclipses, whether lunar or solar, are portals that put us where we need to be, and sometimes that is pleasant, and other times not so much.
Yeah, for sure.
So during an eclipse, the veil between worlds begins to thin, just as it does in the autumnal season, and through Yule, of course. But in this situation, it's just with that specific lunation that's happening.
You're kind of like your portals in the moment. If, like,
exactly.
You're looking for that, like, going into hyperspeed, and you're looking for your jump point.
Exactly.
That's like if that's one's coming, that's your jump point to like boost your spell, whatever, up to the next level.
Exactly. It's just a time that, because the veils are thinner, the intensity of the energy that you put out and that you receive as well is going to be amplified and intensified. And
you don't have to see the eclipse. Like, if the eclipse is happening, but it's in a different part of the world, or like on a different side of the equator, just make sure you find out what time it's supposed to happen. That works for you equivocally in your area. And even if it's sunny or regular night out, whatever for you, you can still draw on that fucking energy.
Exactly.
And use it.
Yeah. So symbolically, eclipses represent like the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. Whether that's, in society or in your personal life, I think it's equally applicable to whatever you are trying to focus your energy into. They definitely are all about the cycle of change, a time to release what you would like to release and embrace what is to come. They're also a really good time to do shadow work if you're at a place in your life where that may be helpful for you. Again, returning to the theme of the thinner veil, it's definitely a time where if you are kind of on a journey with shadow work, that is going to be a time when that work is going to see kind of the most like fruitful and intense manifestations, for sure. It's also a time to kind of aim high with your magic, kind of shoot for the moon, because it is a time, obviously, with that heightened energy, that heightened power. It can really just take off for you if you take the time to do so. The lunar eclipse as well is a way of kind of syncing up with the cycles of the universe and the world around you. It's a great time to kind of bond with nature and the earth. As well as if you do work with the divine, no matter what you call that, whether it's a connection to a specific deity, whether
is it the demon, angels, fae,
working
whatever.
with spirit, any of that, yes. So this cosmic alignment is kind of a bridge between you and that.
Right.
Definitely makes it easier to kind of commune with deities or spirits, anything that you would like to offer your time and your witchy service to.
Yeah.
One thing that is important to make sure is to time your rituals to the exact time that the lunation is taking place.
It's like, as we mentioned, if it's happening, you're in the west, the northern hemisphere, and it's happening, and going to only be seen in the southern hemisphere. Find out its chart of when it is, how and what that equivalent is going to be, and you can still tap into it. But always, to get this magic, your timing has to be to the letter.
Exactly, on point. With that, I will turn it over to you for a new topic.
Yeah. So the divine, lunar deities, the divine working with the divine. So, obviously, lunar deities come from a lot of different cultures and have long been revered for their power, their abilities, their insight, their mysteries.
Yes.
So there aren't any goddesses or gods that are linked specifically to lunar eclipses in themselves. There are obviously lunar deities that are the ones, I mean, that's, who else are you going to work with during an eclipse? Like, okay, now, some options are almost every synchronicity with Heka-tea, but these are also deities that you can worship in their own right. So, obviously Selene, or Luna, Artemis, or Diana. So Selene and Luna, classic moon goddesses of the Greek and Roman liturgy. Call on them really at any point of the phase. In terms of Artemis, Diana, the huntress side, the full moon. This is good for navigating changes. So Heka-tea, she's definitely the person you want to. Heka-tea by name directly is who you would want to invoke for shadow work.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be like Diana Heka-tea, Selene. Like, I just want to be like Heka-tea. Maybe it could be like Heka-tea, Heka-tea Cathonia. But in the end, these are all aspect synchronicities of Heka-tea that I just mentioned. But like I said, you can invoke them in their individual form, or you can just, it all works with Heka-tea. Or any lunar deity that you have from any culture.
Right.
So I would say that's kind of just where it gets a little weird and murky. It's just like, yeah, they're all different, but then you're still just kind of working with Heka-tea. So historical significance of lunar eclipses, there's been a lot of Vikings imagined that a wolf chased the moon. Babylonians believed an eclipse could signal the wrath of the gods, the end times. The Hoopa, a Native American tribe, believed the lunar eclipse occurred because the moon got a bit too cozy with its pets, which need to be chased away by a good bit of noise and commotion from the people. Obviously, we have the end times. There's always an eclipse, Armageddon's coming.
Yeah.
We see it used so much even as a trope in shows and movies and books, and I've even been guilty of using an eclipse for story plot device means. Yeah.
But that's not unrealistic to how they are in real life.
Correct. It's really not, yeah.
Astrologically, eclipses, I mean, to relate it back to movies and shows, again, or books, they are kind of like the season finale or the cliffhanger at the end of the book, setting it up for book 2.
Right.
All about kind of twists and turns, revelations, things happening that were not expected, things you did not have on your bingo card.
Right.
Definitely just a moment where the cosmos is kind of nudging us in the direction to grow and expand in ourselves.
Right.
It's kind of like a spotlight on the astrological chart of that day.
Oh, okay.
Sort of highlighting areas of your life that are ready to change. Hidden truths can surface, things that maybe you thought you had moved past in your mind, but maybe you really are not as over them as you believed that you were.
Right.
Because of course, logic and emotion don't always work hand in hand.
No, they don't.
So if you were going through a situation like that, this is a time when those past traumas could resurface for you to then take what you have learned logically and apply it to your life moving forward.
Well, so let's get into some easy ways that you can tap into the power of a lunar eclipse in your witchcraft practice, in your ritual work, your devotional work, whatever it is that you are choosing to use or do during the eclipse.
Yeah.
So obviously specific meditations on things to focus your meditation on the theme of shadows, like contemplate the liminal space that maybe you're finding yourself in, and really focus on finding the solution to that. Contemplate the temporary obscuration of the moon by Earth's shadow and what hidden aspects in your life you can illuminate and release within that moment. Make lunar eclipse moon water.
Oh, I love making moon water.
Right? These are really good waters involved with transformation, revelation, and getting through challenges. So really great for like mojo bags, free bag. You can do candle rituals with dual candles, like black and white, to represent the balance of that. Or you could do like a white person candle and a black person candle. I just realized how that sounded. I mean, like the actual, like the color black candle that's shaped like a person, and then the white one.
Yes.
And then that way, if you're dealing with maybe some duality issues or some like mood swings, or somebody in your life, maybe they can kind of, maybe they're dealing with some shit, maybe some mental health shit, maybe you're struggling with some mental health shit, and always get actual help from a medical professional, please. But like maybe you also want to do some witchcraft to kind of help the healing process, help the meds not fuck you up so much, like in general, the antidepressants and antipsychotics, if that's what you find yourself on, but also like to maybe get them to do their job faster, to maybe like get you on a better track of health, so then maybe you can eventually get off the medications. Obviously, if you are in a situation mental health wise where it's imperative that you stay on some type of mood stabilizing, psychotropic, whatever drugs, like please do.
Yes.
But those are all good, and it's really about, you can use this magic as the candle melts and they meld together.
Yeah.
And it's about integrating all parts of yourself into your life to be more whole. So it can really help if you're feeling splintered, shattered, maybe part of you here, part of you there, and you feel really torn and like you're in a bit and you just feel, you need to bring it all back together. This is a good way to do it.
I mean, I imagine like if you were going through like a breakup or something, it would also be a great time to do like a cord cutting ritual with the candles.
Yes. Some good incense is dragon's blood and sandalwood, rosemary, incenses that are all about amplifying transformation and change. And then lastly, on my end anyways, crystal charging with intention. When charging your crystal, set specific intentions for them related to the eclipse's energy, and really just imbue those crystals with the eclipse's power for those specific purposes. And then make sure, sometimes we'll use a crystal to amplify something, but it kind of, we'll use it again for something else.
Right.
Use these crystals specifically just for this.
And now you gotta hear from me again. I'm so sorry.
So some other things we can do.
Exactly. So the next one, and actually this is one I do in my witchcraft all the time, is intention writing in 2 parts. So first, you will write what you want to release on a piece of paper, and on another piece of paper, you write what you are seeking to attract in your life by this eclipse. After the eclipse concludes, big after.
Yes.
Gotta wait until after. Do not do this during the eclipse. But so after it concludes, you're gonna burn the release paper to symbolize like what you're letting go of, and then keep the attraction paper somewhere safe, like on your altar or in your witch box, whatever that means to you, as kind of a daily reminder that you will see that reminds you of what you are seeking to draw in.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I really like that spell. It's nice. I always like writing down spells and burning them.
Yes.
Maybe it's just the fire sign in me, but I find that really works well for me. The next thing that you could do is create an eclipse sigil.
Oh, yeah. Those sigils.
So you're going to design a sigil specifically for this particular eclipse. So think about, where you are at in your life, like what you are seeking to draw in and to release. Think about what sign the moon is in, what time of year it's taking place, like everything that is relevant. Think about that and design a sigil specifically for all of that energy and whatever situation is at hand.
Right.
We've got making herbal sachets or bags.
So
you can fill it with herbs associated with heightening your psychic abilities, like mugwort or bay leaf.
Lavender.
Yeah. To kind of enhance your intuition during this time. You can also do an eclipse-inspired tarot or oracle reading.
Yeah. I feel like you should just always do a reading for any type of major eclipse, whether it's solar, lunar, any Sabbath, new moon, full moon.
Oh yeah.
Do a reading.
Definitely. And the last and potentially most fun would be an eclipse nature walk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like at the time when it's happening, kind of go outside, go into like, you know, if you've got like a nice park, or if you happen to live near like a wooded area,
Right.
Just go out and commune with nature, commune with the elements, and be under the eclipse that is happening. I just really love that.
I love that too. So basically, the eclipses are beneficial for so many things. Obviously, transformation,
Yes.
and boosting, giving a little jump drive, a little extra oomph to spells and things you're already working on are really great things. It's like, it's really versatile. You don't necessarily like need a spell for an eclipse. Like,
Right.
Here's an eclipse spell you can do. It's about applying the energy of the eclipse to any type of spell work.
Yeah.
Anything and not just new spells. You don't have to do a new spell.
No.
Any spell you already have working going
Right.
on. Fucking take this time to add a little fucking steroid shot to it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, eclipses and your own personal journey in your life, it's all going to be so individualized that it would be hard to create a spell for every eclipse.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, there you have it. Spellcraft for the eclipse.
Nice.
Remember, eclipses, not just for covering the moon. All right, so next we are going to get into the Pagan Invasion. Joseph Smith,
The
Temple of Doom. All right, so once again, it is time for us to go travel through the Crystal Mountains to the Tudor medieval castle of heaven to once again join Carol Matriciana and Chuck Smith Sr. on the throne of paganism and despair for the Pagan Invasion. Once again, we're with the Mormons for episode 2 of the Mormons, Joseph Smith's Temple of Doom. Okay. So the only expert they had, once again, was ex-Mormon Ed Decker, who clearly, you know, that was the whole thing with his, like, ex-wife, we learned. I think it was in the first one.
Yeah.
He clearly is, like, a bitter, like, went through a divorce and is, like, bitter and pissed about it. Like, it's very, like, we know the Mormons are fucking weird.
Yes.
Like, we're aware of Kolodd.
Yes.
And if you're like, what do you mean? They believe that God, Elohim, was once demigod, humanoid. There's kind of like I feel like an influence of Superman going on there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Superman came after, but so I feel like Superman might have had some influence from Mormonism on that part. Kolodd, Krypton.
Right.
Oh my god,
Oh my
I
God,
bet it was. Okay.
yeah.
And so, anyway, then he grew up, he was a really good fucking celestial Mormon on his home planet. So then he got a planet of his own, became a god, he has a bunch of goddess wives. Like, Mormons have the magic underwear that's supposed to protect them. There's the whole fucking polygamy thing. Like, the fucking child brides.
Right.
Like, we know. Mormons are fucking weird. We know. But here's the thing. I have known Mormons.
Yeah.
And just as much as they're all about their Book of Mormon, they're really all about their fucking Holy Bible.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
really into their Holy Bible. And if they're going to quote scripture, they're not going to, and faithfully, because you're like, tell me your favorite passage. They're not going to quote the Book of Mormon.
No.
They're going to quote the fucking Bible.
Exactly.
Like, they're Christian. Like,
Yes.
I don't care how maybe it started out with like an influence of Freemasonry. We know
Right.
Joseph Smith was a fucking con artist hustler. We know Brigham Young was kind of like a Stevie Bully.
Right.
Like, I think by now we all kind of know this
Right.
about the Mormon Church. I think it's all clear.
Yes.
We saw more footage from the documentary, The God Makers, and apparently there was like the God Makers 2 Doomsday Boogaloo or something. Like, but it was like,
I hope that's what it's really called.
but they were films, probably done by
Yeah,
Jeremiah Films,
exactly.
probably with Carol Matriciana's fucking hand in it, like it always is.
Absolutely.
But it was based off Mr. Decker's book
Yes.
of the same title,
Mhm.
like his expose of Mormonism.
Right.
They talked to an old lady who dressed like it was pioneer
Oh
time.
my gosh,
And
yes.
she was like an ex-Mormon. It was like Mormonism Mama and Me. Mormon
Yeah.
Mama and Me was like her book. Mormon Mama and Me, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, the Mormons are weird.
Yes.
We know this. But the thing is the things that they were calling out the Mormons for was like the same shit the evangelical church, Protestant church especially,
Exactly.
is guilty of. Like, but because theirs is the truth, the light, the way,
Right.
it's not the same thing.
Right.
Like, it just... And of course they had to mention Hinduism again.
Again.
The darkest pits of Hinduism.
Hinduism.
Like, they just can't stop being racist.
No.
It just, again, there was no point in writing anything down now.
No.
Because we haven't, since like episodes 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think
and
it was.
3,
Yeah, it was.
the first 3, we haven't had any, like, it's gotten loonier and loonier.
Exactly.
And this shit's been absorbed, as we say, as we keep harping on why we watch these, because of who it's influenced now.
Yes.
So, we've got the next film, which I don't actually think is about Mormonism. I mean, we could be wrong.
We could be.
But this could be, like, I think maybe this one was like a segue to get to this next one,
Right.
which is religion versus Christianity.
Right. I bet Mormonism will still be discussed, but kind of as a gateway to get to the next
Something
topic.
else. Yeah. Which then after that is the way Satan gets into your butthole.
Right.
Basically, the last film. Doorways to Satan.
I mean, I will give this episode one thing, and that is that at least it reviewed some facts about
Yes.
Mormonism, whereas the last one did not.
No. There was still a lot of like, there was a sense of like their church has more money than we do.
Yeah.
Because you also got to remember when this came out was like 1990. So you got to think about all the TBN scandal, the Tammy Faye and Jim Baker fucking scandals. Like there were so many scandals in the Protestant evangelist like church at the time and all the mega churches. And so I feel like there was just like some bitterness behind it because they did keep talking about how they basically had more money. They had more money as a church organization than the Protestant Christian church in America did. So that was like...
There was a level of bitterness about the whole episode.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So... And the thing is like they still like think Mormons are fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like Christians, evangelicals, like that. Like they do think Mormons are... And Mormons are fucking weird.
They are.
But so are other forms of Christianity.
Exactly.
Like, and they're all guilty of their own weird shit.
Exactly. I think every faith is weird, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, as pagans, we're weird. We own our weird.
I mean, you're fucking weird. No matter how, I don't care if you like were a cheerleader or a jock and super popular and shopped only at fucking Abercrombie, or you know now like you like dress just so like you're suburban, like, but you're a fucking witch. You're fucking weird. Like you're just gonna still be weird. We always come off a little weird.
Exactly.
Like, people feel the witch. Like it's always a season of the witch. You know what I mean? Like
every season is witch.
I can go into a Walmart. I could go into a Walmart.
Right. You choose not to.
But I could. But I could go to a Walmart or any store and I can find the witches.
Oh yeah.
I can find the witches. No matter how size, because there's always a towel, a certain maybe shirt they're wearing, piece of jewelry, way there's always just something. Maybe they have tattoos. They look very suburban, like soccer mom, but then they've got like some suspicious tattoos, or maybe their nails are painted a certain color, and then there's something about that you're just like, or even there's a piece of jewelry, just something that you're like, oh, they're a fucking.
Or even
witch.
just the way that their eyes look.
Yeah, the way their eyes look, the way they look at you. There's that spark of witchcraft. You know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Like there's just that spark of magic. Like, so. Yeah, like you're gonna be weird no matter what. Like there's weird. It is always weird.
Right.
It's when you don't embrace your weird or you claim that you're normal and correct.
Exactly.
And so you can't own that you're fucking weird too.
Exactly. And it's just about the lack of tolerance for other viewpoints.
Yeah, it's like, just no tolerance, for religions or anything.
Right.
Just,
like if they were going over all the same information and also acknowledging their strangeness and their ideological stuff and saying we have some of this common ground, I don't agree with them, but blah blah blah, I think it would be a very different documentary series.
Yeah.
I think it would have had very different impacts culturally.
Agreed.
And it would sure be a lot more interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's not fun to watch these.
No.
You can feel the racism and hatred and it's just ooze out of every episode. Yes. And you just really want to go back in time and punch Chuck Smith and Carol Matriciana in the fucking face.
Absolutely.
Especially Carol. It was like, I feel like she was like the evangelical Sherry Moon zombie. Where it's like she can only get acting gigs in her husband's shit.
Right.
And or she chooses to do. And I feel like Carol she was an aspiring documentary filmmaker who was nutso, so she could only get Jeremiah films to make her shit. And that's all she did.
Right. And she did it prolifically.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. I will say about Sherry Moon Zombie. If she's in the right role, it works. I'm sorry, but Lords of Salem, which we will do soon as one of our witchy media reviews, she's fucking, she should have, I personally think it's a shame that she did not get any type of award recognition for her performance.
Oh yeah.
Same thing, and Patricia Quinn in that too.
Oh yeah.
I just...
I actually, although I didn't like this movie overall, I actually did enjoy her in the Rob Zombie Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She brought so much. That also Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
And their related House of Thousand Corpses. If she's got the right role, she's an incredible actress.
Yeah.
But you can also see where you see her in other roles, and you do see
that she's limited in her range.
Yeah, and where you can see that there's a chance that, she's probably gone on a lot of auditions that had nothing to do with her husband's films, and maybe she just couldn't reach those roles, or because of her associations, etc.
Right. I mean, and frankly, I bet her name is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
You know, like, no one is going to take a dramatic role from Sherry Moon Zombie seriously.
Right, which is a shame, because her and Lords of Salem, holy fuck, how her former junk, like the way she it's just like in her movements and just like how beautifully shot that film is. The fact that that film didn't get nominated for anything, like, well, we're gonna get into this and we fucking watch that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Goddamn, Lord of Salem needs to fucking do.
Exactly. But you can definitely see how in most films she unfortunately there's reasons that she would not be taken as seriously as others.
Exactly, and I feel like that's Carol and Triciana. Maybe she did a couple of things outside of Jeremiah Films. I mean, I'm sure also Looney Ship. I mean, it was another production company. But, like, I just feel like this was the only way she could. If she didn't have Jeremiah Films, she would not have been able to make documentaries.
No.
It wouldn't have happened.
No.
All right. So, with that, it's finally time for Witchy Media Review. So when we do Witchy Media Review, as we've said, it's not always going to be just like a witchcraft movie or TV show or something, or documentary. It can be bands, it could be books, it could be a restaurant, bar, whatever, based on witchcraft, RIP, fucking Room 428. It could be a cookbook, a witchcraft cookbook, cocktail book. It could be just anything catching the zeitgeist that involves witch, Halloween, like just something that, involves whatever. Any roundabout way, and it has some kind of effect. So, as we said, we recently discovered Alani energy drink, and I discovered this via a commentator that I follow. Shout out Kiki Chanel, she's fucking amazing. And her influencer reviews and cultural commentary on like the zeitgeist and like overconsumption and just everything. She's so fucking cool. She's iconic. Anyway. She had an episode about this, like, influencer trend that's just like, what the fuck, insanity? And it was like, and I was like, okay. And then I started watching it, and it was about this energy drink, Alani that apparently, like, people are, like, so insane for these flavors.
Right.
Take a look.
No one knows I'm an adult and life is a nightmare. I'm an adult and I'm growing gray hairs. Nobody cares. I'm an adult and the world is having more fun than me tonight. And now I'll call you back, my plug calling. Finally! I've been trying to catch you boys all day! Now that I've got you right where I want you! In that 90210, 90210, looking for that. In that 90210, 90210, looking for that.
We're selling our clothes, sleeping in cars, dressing it down, hitting on dudes. Hard. Got that glitter on my...
I'm just a girl trying to survive. Okay, bye.
This is not a drill, y'all. Today is the day Alani Witch's Brew is back in stock. Do not sleep on this, y'all. Y'all slept on it last year and y'all missed out. So do not do that this year. Y'all run and grab it while the getting's good.
Let's try the Alani Witch's Brew that everybody raves about for the first time. I got my hands on the Alani Witch's Brew, 12 of them to be exact. So these better be good because I am blindly trusting everybody that said this is the best Alani flavor, and I bought 12 of these without even trying them. But it can't possibly be bad with so many people raving about it, so I'm really excited to try it. This packaging is literally perfect. I am obsessed with it. I almost don't want to like this because then I feel like I'm gonna have to go buy like 12 more because I know these are gonna sell out, especially in my town, because all the Alani girlies in my town have been looking for these. And my Alani plug, as I like to call it, drove all the way to Dallas to pick these up at a Kroger over there. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm so excited. I have been waiting. Ever since I made the Witch's Brew dupe with no caffeine, I have been dreaming of this moment right here. So let's give it a try. You guys are right. Why is this so good? Why is it so good? It has no business being this good. Oh my gosh, I need to buy more. I need to buy more right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, people are fucking losing their minds.
They really are. I mean, I don't understand this level of obsession over certain things, absolutely. But over
I mean,
soft drink.
The walls?
Right, the walls.
The fucking like
hot
tower.
glue.
Yes, the tower that the
Yes.
girl was hugging, like the people like
Like-
spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars stocking up their cars, like fucking running to different
Oh
stores
my
and
gosh,
like all
driving
across
an hour each way.
to fucking to then like be like, hey guys, I found it. But like while you're posting saying you found it, you're taking it all.
Exactly.
Like, and it's just like, and you're like addicted to the fridges.
Yes, and then the girl who had bought like 12 of the individual cans, and then she tried it, and then was like, I need to go back and buy all of the boxes that they
Right,
have.
and the one that they're
Like-
talking about, and the most difficult to get, of course, is the Witch's Brew. Hence, now you see, and obviously from the clip you see, Witch's Brew, this is why we picked it, right?
Yes.
But not just because, it's Witch's Brew, and so it's because it's the effect it's having on the zeitgeist, the effect it's having on the culture, and what is it that supposedly the flavor is so whatever that people are literally losing their mind going into Starbucks, spending $16 to create dupes?
Yes.
Like, what is going on? So, we got it.
We got it.
We got the Witch's Brew. There it is, folks. There it is. We'll do the little tappy, tappy, tappy.
I wonder if y'all will come running like a cat with a can of tuna.
So, yes, we found it. I found it. This is,
You did
let me
find
tell
it.
you.
I did not have anything to do with finding it.
Let me tell you, it was so ridiculous. So I just wanted just 2 cans. Like I said, full disclosure, again, we're not huge fans of fucking energy drinks in any way, shape, or form. And I really don't expect to have my mind blown.
No.
But I want an honest taste test in real time. No editing, and you will see there will be no splicing. There will be no, like, this is straight through. You're going to get our honest reaction. You know us. Like, if we cut shit out, I'm cutting out sneezing, or I'm cutting out a car sound.
Exactly.
Like, you followed us through now. You know we say whatever the fuck we want to say, and we will keep it real and raw how we feel. So if we like it, if we're surprised, like, hey, you know what? If I finally, like, have an energy drink taste on it, I'm like, holy shit, this is good. Like, I am still not going to drink it, because energy drinks are horrid for you.
Absolutely.
But, cool, nice to know.
Now, am I expecting to like it given that it's a candy apple situation? No, because I freaking hate caramel. But we'll see. We'll see. You'll definitely get an honest reaction.
So the way that...
Oh my gosh. Just this one thing has 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my gosh. Like, that would be my intake for the day.
Yeah, that's like if you're going to do like ghetto ephedra, you do like 2 100 milligram caffeine pills, 2 ibuprofen, and one more fucking pill, and I can't remember what it fucking was. But you did the 3 that was basically like ephedra, diet pill, metabolites back in the day.
Right.
Like, and that's, but it's...
I mean, this is all you need, clearly.
Yeah. So, okay. So I tried to find just 2 cans. I looked online in my local area, and what I could find for the price of 2 cans online, to go pick it up in the store, mind you, was like $9.24 or whatever, $9.45 a can. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I go, well, and how it first worked was the store I was looking at. The location it pulled up, whatever, was over in Lakewood, which is another city south. And the price was normal. It was like $2.50 something. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, but then I was like, oh, Lakewood, shit. Okay, well, let me switch it over to Tacoma and watch. And I just expected them to be like sold out, right? I get there, no, it's in stock. It's just almost $10 fucking for a single can. And
then you really like get a sense of how much money people are spending on multiple boxes of this stuff.
And then but also clearly the pricing works demographically because it was the same store. So I ended up going to the Lakewood location to just pay $5 for 2 cans. But I was like, but clearly it also depends. They must have been like, well, Tacoma is a bigger city, like it's close to Seattle, like people are more social media aware and here and involved here than maybe over there. So that's a better place to market, like to upsell the price and really get in on this demand. Or maybe it's because there's been so much demand that so much was bought that now they've raised the price, and in Lakewood that just hasn't been happening. I don't know. Anyway, either way, we got it. Here it is, the Alani Witch's Brew. I'm gonna burp first. Let me get that out of the way.
Ooh, there he goes.
Excuse me. All right. I feel like that's what this is gonna do to me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. So once again, we're gonna do your little tappy. Because you guys like that sound, apparently.
I mean, you know, I do like the sound of nails tapping on anything, frankly.
No, I do too, actually. I love tapping my nails.
Yeah, me too.
All
Especially
right.
when I'm trying to be fishy.
And then apparently you guys love the sound of the can. You lose your shit over it.
I don't know. To me, it's just a normal can.
All right.
Oh, it's the smell.
Oh, God. Ooh, that's a lot of that's just like sugar.
Let me see how much sugar is in here. Well, it says 0 sugars.
Because there's a bunch of other shit in it.
I know. It does smell very sweet, though. It's got 180 milligrams of sodium.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, ready?
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Okay. So I ended up having to cut something out just because, I thought I was gonna throw up. And so, but I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that at all.
I mean, I will say it's not as disgusting as I thought it would be.
It's not as medicinal
Yeah.
as, like, most energy drinks are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even talking weird now. I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's still like there is a medicinal aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
What's in here? Is there like ginkgo biloba in here? I don't know.
Niacin, vitamin B6 and 12, biotin, and pantothenic acid.
Potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of taurine, natural flavors. Whenever it's just like natural flavors, I'm like, what are the natural flavors?
Exactly.
Yeah, not my jam.
yeah.
I don't get it. I have one more step on.
I
final
also really don't
estimation.
like the aftertaste. I think that's my least favorite part.
It's like, you know what it tastes like?
What?
It makes me kind of think of the Ace hard ciders.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it makes me think of like Ace hard cider or Angry Orchard.
Yes.
It makes me think of Angry Orchard hard cider.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I don't like. It's giving me a weird rumble in my fucking stomach.
Yeah. It's like
No.
I felt like when you're taking the sip and initially drinking it, at first, at least for me, I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. But then as you swallow it and then the taste lingers and kind of builds, that's when it becomes a little too much for me.
Yeah.
But that being said, we are not energy drink people.
No. I mean, here's my thing though. Is like, I don't think it's mind-blowing. I have no desire to keep drinking it. I have no desire to go back to it. I don't think it's the most amazing thing I've ever tasted. It still just kind of like tastes like a sugary, like an overly sugared energy drink.
And I certainly will not.
I don't like what it's doing in my mouth. Like, it's making me talk weird. Like, no.
No.
Oh my gosh, I'm having an allergic reaction to it.
Right.
Like, no, thank you. I don't get it. I think most of you are lying. I don't know. I just can't see it. I don't get what you're addicted to. I don't know what these people are losing their minds over.
Don't know. I certainly will not be installing a wall of it in my home.
No, or building effigies to worship and hug. Because that's what's happening. You're putting... Excuse me. Yep, there it is. There's that burp. Which, okay, thank God it was that, not throw up.
Right.
So I'm not going to cut that out. Ooh. No, yeah, I don't. This is not for no.
Yeah, horrible aftertaste. It's like caramel, candy, apple, and grape all at the same time.
You know what? In the spirit of the season, I'm giving this a full-on lunar eclipse.
Yes. No.
Never again.
Oh my gosh.
Once in a 25, 35 year lunar eclipse.
Right.
Like once in a 1,000-year comet lunar eclipse.
No. It's like if the apple Jolly Rancher were a drink.
Oh yeah, just
no.
This is
it's not for me. Bye.
Yes, goodbye. Alani new. Or Anali, spelled anally new.
Yes.
Yeah. Total on, full on. Lunar eclipse.
Yes, lunar eclipse. I mean, I kind of wanted to like it.
I actually did too. I was kind of like, maybe like the flavor would be this amazing fucking thing. Maybe there is something so brilliant about it, but I
don't think so.
I don't think the flavor is amazing. I don't like what it's physically doing to my insides.
No, I don't desire to ever swallow that again.
No. All right. We're gonna end this now, so that way I can go maybe hurl. Anyway, there you have it. That's our review of Alani New, Witch'sbrew.
Yes.
Gross, excuse me. Yeah, no, this is not working for me. Gross, no, excuse me. Anyway, if you like what you saw today, if you enjoyed any of this, you're enjoying this now, you enjoy us in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Spread the word. let people know. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you like Alani Nu? Do you like their witch's brew?
And if so, why?
If so, why? Yeah, why? Why? Please tell us, what is it about it that drives you crazy? Because I'm not getting it.
No.
Yeah, that's it. Join us next time for our autumnal equinox Mabon special,
Yes.
where Delicious Witch is going to be Guinness brown bread. Something earthy, hearty,
Absolutely.
grainy.
I wish I was eating that right now.
Oh my god, me too. It's so good. You guys are gonna love the Guinness
yeah.
brown bread. Shout out to Ina Garten. It's actually, the recipe comes from her. But also, shout out to Heka-tea, because Ina being each of the two derived from Heka-teas. Anyway, please join us next time. And remember, witches, broomsticks, not just for cleaning.